the word. Therefore, let's unite. Now the news in full. Residents of Okutukutu area of Yenagoa, the Bayelsa state capital, have cried out over the rising level of floodwater due to blockade of the Apie Creek. They stated this in an interview with Radio Nigeria Creek FM that the absence of any form of intervention from appropriate authorities is making matters worse, leading to flood disaster in the area annually. Two businessmen, Mr. Alfred Ganagana and Mr. Harrison Biawere, explained that the rising water level, which has resulted into flood, has paralyzed businesses and other socio-economic activities in the area. Also, a woman in her 60s, simply identified as Miriam and a resident who does not want his name mentioned, lamented that the flood was affecting their homes, urging government to construct a bridge for them to cross the flooded places. Residents called on government to find a lasting solution to the perennial flood menace in Okutukutu and other areas in the state. Still on flood, more communities have been submerged by flood in Asaba and environs as the river Niger continues to overflow its bank. Correspondent Sam Eruse reports that residents of many communities near the river bank have relocated to Delta State Ministry of Women Affairs Rehabilitation Center Camp, Asaba. Residents of Edo State can now have access to quality health care regardless of economic status. Minister of Health Dr. Sagie Ehanire stated this at the formal inauguration of Basic Healthcare Provision Fund in Omuambe Community, Ovia Southwest Local Government Council of Edo State. Harry Onah reports that the state governor also launched Edo Health Improvement Program, Edo HIP, which includes a social health insurance scheme. The National Directorate of Employment (NDE) says the agency has empowered 416 youths nationwide who were engaged under the 2018 Environmental Beautification Training Scheme (EBTS). The director of NDE, Dr. Nasiru Mohammed Aragungu, stated this at a ceremony in Asaba, where 11 beneficiaries of the scheme in the state were presented with working materials and cash to set up their businesses. Ogenero Egwere has the details. South Zone 103, here are stories in the bulletin so far. Residents of Okutukutu in Yenagoa cry out over rising level of flood water. National Directorate of Employment empowers 416 youths nationwide. Still ahead, Boris Johnson urged to ditch his Brexit deal, plus business, entertainment, sports commentary and weather. Do stay with us. It fell by $1.26 billion from $41.76 billion in October to $40.5 billion as at October 30, according to officials' figures from the central bank.